Hi, this is David. I have comments today on my comments, and you know I've never purged. I've never purged one comment from my video. I'm very transparent. In fact, I'm invisible. I don't know how transparent I am. Anyway, I don't believe in hiding crap. If I'm going to go on here and 21,000 people have looked at me, there must be a reason that you think I'm going to be honest or that I'm going to at least tell my side of the story. Now, other people may not see it that way. Two people can see the same facts and come up with very, very different opinions of those facts. And I'm aware of that. But you know, I'm also aware that you know, 21,000 hits in 3 months is some people looking. And when I take a look at the likes and the dislikes, it's 8 to 1. 8 to 1 of you are saying, hey, you know, I understand or I relate to that or whatever. And then 1 or 2, let's say, you know, I'm a Mormon and you're the devil. I love that devil sign. That should be my horn. Should be my logo. Now, again, I'm not making this video as a defensive response. I don't believe in that crap anymore. I don't argue with Mormons. I don't argue with family. I just bow my head and say yes and get the hell away from cult members. That's all I do. Now, those of you that are watching, again, if you'd like to make a comment, please do, because I may be seeing this very differently. But this doesn't look like anger and hate. It just, to me. Now, again, to you guys, you may, boy, he is really angry. He's very hateful. Hey, if that's true, why the hell are 21,000 people looking? If I looked at a video and boy, that guy's got an axe to grind, or boy, you know, he's trying to defend himself and it's indefensible, I'd go, I'm not going to click off it. I'm not even going to look at it. The reason that I'm making this video is because I'm transparent. I've had John Boy John, I'll put it at the front of the video, 62, comment. Now, every time I look at stupid comments, I always bring the other person up because I want to be fair. I want to, you know, see both sides of the issue. Well, every time I bring up some radical Mormon response, it's a YouTube that was started yesterday. It has no hits on it. It has no subscribers on it. It has no views. It's, you know, it's just something someone invented, I guess, just to be able to be ugly or mean or whatever. I don't know. But the reason that I'm responding is that you'll see in my comments, I could delete it. I could delete it and go, oh, see, I'm somebody that can hide all of my... I love that when I see myself on the video. Anyway, I'm responding because those of you who trust me and those of you who view me and have at least come up with a certain amount of belief in my integrity and my intent, I need to respond. There's a person that wrote some things about me, and that's, I don't feel that I need to respond for me. I don't need to, because I know the truth, but see, you don't. You don't. And I think there'll be some of you that look at that and say, well, you know, if David was so honest, how come he didn't say something about that? So let me bring up, you know I'm always screwing up when I do this, the email here. Oh, here it is, here it is. Okay. Now this is from johnboyjohn62. Please look him up. It's a straw website. It's a straw website. Now I'm not going to I can't identify these people, but if you murdered someone at a certain time and a certain date and they wrote to you, their sister or brother, and said a certain time and certain date, you know they're involved up to their neck. So why I'm saying that is some of these questions are compulations. My one son, the asshat David, I love that term. I saw that to Joseph Smith all the time, an asshat. Because he used a hat, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, my asshat son is a computer genius. Oh, God. The kid is one of the smartest human beings I've ever seen in the world. He can do anything with a computer, and, and he does, because this has his hand all over it. It is a response to my letters concerning him and his mother. But I think he consulted with 5 or 6 other children that just died in the last week or so and said, well, I have room for one of your comments. So it looks like a compilation of the pack of Mormon idiot children that I've disowned. So let me respond, because again, I want my audience to believe me. It's what I see and what I believe. Now again, as a counselor, I'm telling you, you got to see both sides of the story. You know, what one person interprets as hate, love, whatever, another person goes, oh, no, that's not that. So I just want to respond to this, not to argue with dead people. These people may be baptized for the dead and have come back. I don't know. They're trying to come back, evidently. But let me take them one at a time, because you're going to see them. Didn't you list yourself as confidential at the hospital, so when your kids tried to find you, they couldn't confirm where you were? That's a good question. And the answer is yes. I did list myself when I went to the hospital. I've been to the hospital one side for stents, one side for stents, and the other side for open heart. So I've been to the hospital 3 times. And the first times that I went, I think the last time that I went to, I list myself as confidential because, well, a couple of reasons. One is that I don't want visitors. I don't want people coming in and, oh, you poor guy, let us give you oil and a blessing. I don't want any of that crap going on. And I like my privacy. I do like my privacy. Now, whoever wrote this, one of my children, Amy, to be honest, came to the hospital once. When I was in the hospital, so it wasn't that hard to find me now, was it? The kids all know my telephone numbers and my, well, no, that's not true. My telephone numbers are unlisted, so I want to be true, but they know my address and my wife, and they could always call my wife or my mother and say, you know, where's Dad? Well, none of them did. None of them did. So they're trying to imply here that they were all huddled in a Mormon mass, wrapped in the garments of the Mormon church, trying to find their sick and helpless father. The other reason that I list myself as confidential, and I'll tell you the truth, that's what my videos are all about, is when I went to the hospital, I'm not going to put it in a third person. When I went to the hospital, I thought to myself, well, maybe one of my kids will write me a card or send me a flower or call, and maybe, well, I can't take that stress. Being bipolar and being, you know, in for serious cardiac problems, I don't need that stress, so I can cut that off right now by just saying to the nurses, I don't want any phone calls, I don't want this, you know, my family, my wife, whatever. They certainly can come in, but nobody else. Now, that worry is gone. Oh, I might have gotten a card. Well, I wouldn't have gotten a card, but the stress of thinking, gee, maybe my kids will, you know, be Christian. They're not. They're cult. They're not Christian. So anyway, there is some truth to the first one, that I did list myself as unavailable, and one of my children came in once, and the others never made any kind of attempt at all. Well, I have another daughter, and I don't think she has anything to do with this, but she evidently called, and the hospital wouldn't put her through. So there's the answer to question number 1. Now, here's the one that what have I done to reach out to my kids? Now, this is the cult. This is the damn cult right up to its neck. The kids are in charge. The kids control me. He didn't write me a card. He didn't send me any presents. He didn't call. He's not crawling fast enough. Well, you know what? I don't. Sorry, guys, I don't. Did I reach out to them? My hands, my arms, and heart have always been open to my children. But they have used the cult hatred to repel me. Ah, there it is again. I love that. He's the devil. Oh, he's the apostate. He's the bad dad. Now, you've got to realize here, I don't know how many kids were involved in this, but there might have been 5 or 6 kids that have been involved in this. This is all they could find. between 6 kids. He's a bad dad. Oh, he's this, he's that. There it is. There's, what is it, six things here. 5 things here I'm going to answer. So number 1, I've already answered. I did lift myself as confidential because I didn't want to get hurt by my kids not showing up. 2, what have you done to reach out to your kids? Well, I have had relationships with 1 or 2 kids ongoing. They're decent kids. And one is a Mormon. But as far as writing them or driving to Oklahoma or to Idaho or to Texas, I haven't done that. I'm 64 years old and I'm a heart patient. And they think I should be crawling on the ground and reach out to them. Well, you know, it's funny. Now, again, you know, I'm atheist, okay? But here's what I love to do to Christians. Tangle them. Tangle them. Didn't God think it was important to say, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days upon the earth shall be long? I didn't see anything in there that said, fathers and mothers, please crawl to your children and take any shit that they want to put out and just love them, unconditional. I love that word in the American language, unconditional. Nothing is unconditional. It's just silly word to make people feel that they're really loving unconditionally. There's no unconditional love. All love is conditional. You just got to dig deep enough. You got to dig deep enough and hurt a person enough, and you'll find out love is not unconditional. So my children have been taught by the cult that I'm supposed to be crawling with 5 stents and 4 quad bypass surgery veins on my belly towards them, and oh, please be my son, please be my daughter. Well, you know what? Screw all of you. I am looking at the Bible. You say you're Christian. I say I'm atheist. I think I'm a better human being than most of my Christian children purport to be. And the Mormon church basically isn't Christian. It's a cult. They worship Joseph Smith. And here's a perfect example of my Mormon kids. Now, these are not young kids. These are children that have their own children. Okay? I'm supposed to be crawling. I didn't go anywhere. Their mother dragged them halfway across the United States of America and went to a state that she knew that I wouldn't enter into again, Oklahoma. I still have teeth, and I didn't buy a belt buckle for a second ID. And my IQ is in the double digits here, or maybe triple digits. Not, in the single digits. I'm not going to Oklahoma. Now, they have a telephone. They have a way to say, gee, Dad, how you doing? Would you like to come out and visit me, or I'll meet you halfway? Never did one of those kids ever do that. So they're implying here, oh, we were all lined up trying to find you in the hospital, but we couldn't. Bullshit. Okay, did I reach out to my kids? I've always had my arms, heart, and voice until just the last couple of weeks when I told them to, go screw themselves. I'm done with this crap. This Mormon stuff, I'm not going to let it hurt me anymore. You're right, I'm not going to let it hurt me. Okay, now here's one that some of you are going to go, oh, what's this about? Okay, what happened to the $1 million loss of investors' money in Tender Heart Ranch, California? I was in charge of that. And I built Tender Heart Ranch. We bought 10 acres, just land, 10 acres of land, and I fenced it, and I leveled it, and I brought in a double modular home and built a little house between the two, and we were taking in residential children to take care of. Well, let's say this. The United States of America Social Security Administration wondered the same thing. They go, gee, we saw $1 million go through his checking account, and that's a nonprofit corporation. We know, human beings, he must have taken something. This is what the kids are implying right here. What happened to the $1 million loss of investors' money in Tender Heart Ranch? Okay, Social Security Administration studied it for almost a year. Told me I was under investigation. I'm never scared of Social Security or IRS. They're both very fair agencies, and they will only focus on the truth. You're not going to get railroaded. And I know some of you are going to say you do get railroaded, but I haven't. The IRS has audited me 3 times. All 3 times I was okay, and one time they gave me a check for $300. Well, Social Security, to answer this, if you want to call it a child, this satanic person who wrote to me, see, they're implying, there's the Mormonism, there's the cult. Where did that $1 million go? He took some, he's dishonest. Well, let me tell you something. I got a letter from the Social Security Administration a year later that says we have done a comprehensive investigation and we apologize for the investigation. For it, we have determined not one, I don't think that, I'm paraphrasing, not 1 cent ever went to you. All of the money you took in as a director and as people investing went to the nonprofit corporation, and you didn't take any of it. Now, does that answer the question? It doesn't for Mormons. Well, Social Security, he did this, he twisted that. You know, whatever you tell a Mormon, it doesn't matter. Truth does not matter to a Mormon. It's the right side of their brain, what they believe. That the dad has to be a bad person, so let's find something really bad about dad, and we'll put it on his videos, and he'll quit telling the truth about us. Well, ain't gonna happen. Homie, don't play that. So the Social Security Administration investigated me and found that I was 100% clean, that every dime went exactly where I said it went, and went exactly for the 501(c) nonprofit. Now, I had a lot of donations to that nonprofit. One of them was a piano that was $40,000, a 150-year-old piano that was fabulous, and furniture and bedding and other kinds of things that we had to bring the kids in there and take care of them. I know on a 501(c), if it fails, you must donate the assets to another 501(c). I tried that. I attempted that. I tried to give that piano back. I tried to give back the furniture. I tried to give back. But my wife, the lesbian, Sandra, would have nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with returning, which rightfully was not ours, because she lived in the house. I don't know. She may be living in it to this day. I don't know how that ever came on down once I broke bonds with it. I tried to give back the nonprofit assets. I was barred from doing that, and I warned her, it is against the law. You cannot keep that stuff and not expect to be prosecuted. I said, I'm out of here. That's one of the reasons I left. I'm out of here because someday someone is going to come up and add up. There's $100,000 worth of furniture and pianos and stuff in here, and it's not yours. That money should have been given back when Tender Heart Ranch failed. Well, let me tell you why Tender Heart Ranch failed. I don't know who this child's mother is, and it doesn't matter. You know, they're either lesbians or they screw everything that happens to have a penis. But let's go back to what happened to the ranch money. Well, Sandra took whatever was left. I left. I wanted my name not on one thing, and I do have the Social Security letter that indicates none of that money went to me. None of that money went to me. So, if it was Sandra who lost her counseling license and therapeutic ability to counsel people because the state of California found out that she was a lesbian licking on the vagina of her clients in Colorado, my kids are going to blame me for that. My kids, maybe you should blame me for giving the girl a chance to be married. Man, I'll take that blame. I'll take that blame. But when the state of California took her to court and banned her from ever dealing with human beings in a professional capacity again, that kind of hurt Tender Heart Ranch. That kind of hurt Tender Heart. That wasn't me. That was Sandra. I wasn't sucking on anyone's weenie. I wasn't breaking the law. I wasn't being dishonest. I wasn't trying to be, something that I wasn't. So where that furniture went, I don't know. The investors, they got the 10-bedroom house. They got the 10-acre ranch. They didn't lose shit. And I never took money from that project ever, according to Social Security and according to what I'm telling you right now. Okay, now here's what's funny. Number 4, the whole thing is funny. Number 4, is there more to parenting than flashing your wiener to every woman that'll take it? Well, now I think this is a question that we should put to Mr. Wiener, the Republican. This kills me because at the end here it says, well, your videos and Obama keep me laughing. So this is a Republican. So he wants me to discuss my wiener, okay? My wiener. Jeez. These Mormons, they can't find anything, and their church tells them, he's evil. Find out. Expose him. He's evil. He's doing this in public. You do him in public. Well, let me say this. And again, you can't prove this, but I can say it because it is true. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Gosh, I want to be honest here. Between two marriages, not being married, between two marriages, I did have intercourse with one girl at BYU, and they let me go because I had the priesthood in my penis. I think they exed her because I went in and confessed. And then between another marriage, I did have intercourse with another girl who was not a member of the church. And as soon as I got married, then that stopped too. So that is the truth. I have never had intercourse with anyone while I was married to somebody. I was always true and faithful. And those two girls, I admit, I had, I think I had intercourse once with the one, and whatever, the other one was more than once. So anyway, I don't think I was showing my wiener to every girl in town in 64 years. If I'm an evil man because of those two in-between affairs, then I'm an evil man. Okay. So I'm not flashing my wiener. It's not worth flashing. It's not going to get any women, especially today. So no, flashing the wiener, no. I've already told you. Who else is going to come on the public and say with honesty that they had between divorces an affair with one girl and an affair with another girl between divorces? Nobody. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm bipolar. I don't give a rat's ass. It is the truth. I'm not going to try to hide it like a Mormon. Okay. Now the other one is, do you really think your hate and hurt don't show? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Who's trying to cause that hate and hurt? And now they're turning it around. It's like the Mormon words, court of love, court of love. Yeah, they excommunicate you. These kids have tried to a certain amount of success to hurt me and to make me feel sad. Angry, I was angry years ago leaving the Mormon church when I thought of how much I had dumped in there and how they had betrayed me. I was angry. I didn't scream and yell. I didn't carry a sign down in Salt Lake at the temple grounds. I was on recovery Mormonism board, talking with other people that just, had their children ripped away from them and had their money wasted and gaining information and strength. And so the anger is certainly not at the children. The anger is at the cult. And I'm pretty much over that. I mean, if you take a look, I've got, 320 videos on here right now. And I don't think there's one. Of course, I get animated and I do this and raise my voice. That's just my personality, which most people can't stand. But I like it. And I'll raise my voice, but not in anger. Not in anger. This is a comedy act. This is Laurel and Hardy and the Three Stooges combined. These people are writing back to me now from the dead and going, well, we can see your hurt and anger. Well, they caused it. I don't feel that hurt and anger. I feel inside a little bit of, gee, I'm sorry that I had to cut my kids off. Gee, I'm sorry that they died in my life. But you can see they're Mormons. They've gone berserk because they don't have that controlling, crawl across the United States with open heart surgery and beg us and repent, you are the devil. Bullshit. They are responsible to honor their mother and their father. And if they don't like their father, and I think this is the two boys, I don't see the girls on here at all, but change your damn names. Change your last names, you two assholes. You can do an adult adoption. I don't think it's $200. Do an adult adoption and take my name off of your birth certificate. I don't want it there. I wish that you were never born. I wish that you were never born. Now that I see what kind of human beings you've grown into, I'd like to take my name off of that if I can. Please, have somebody adopt you. Please, change your last names. And please, I'm not going to argue, different points of what you've done and what you haven't done. That's not fair. Publicly, that's your dirty laundry or your garments with skid marks blowing in the wind, okay? I only answered this because my viewing public is going to say, well, gee, what happened? He stole $1 million? No, I didn't steal $1 million, and the United States of America Social Security Administration confirmed not one dime went to me. Now where do you go? Oh, we'll find something. He's got to be evil. His feelings have to be hurt. Oh, he's been excommunicated. He's done this, he's done that. Well, not true. Not true. It doesn't fit with your Mormon training and psychology. Some people leave your church because they find out it's a cult. And when you're in a cult, you can't see it. You can't see it when you're in it. So anyway, this is the end of my video. Let me go back to the front here. Oh, there I am. Am I still there? Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to respond to that particular notes in my comments, because some of you are going to say, what the hell, He's showing his weenie to everybody? No, I was married 6 times, and those girls saw my weenie, yes. And I did have a quick affair between marriages, one in one time and one in another time. There it is. So, if I'm, this is what kills me. This is what kills me. I'll come on publicly and admit I had 2 affairs. Where's their mother? Where is the genie mom that said she had intercourse every day, basically in 11th and 12th grade with Bo, her boyfriend? And then she went on a mission and had to have a special interview because she was screwing her brains out, and then came back, and the first thing she does after her mission is screw the Elders Quorum president in the parking lot at BYU. They can't see that. See, the Mormons, they can't see that. But they say, well, gee, he was showing his weenie to everyone. Well, I've told you, 6 wives and 2 girls for a short affair. And that's it. Where's Jeannie? Have her come on the video. Have her answer. Hundreds and hundreds of times intercourse with not being married. Not being married. Oh, she's exempt because she's Mormon. She now wears garments, and she's a returned missionary. Oh my God. Oh my God. One of the kids that's on this is a returned missionary, maybe 2. It's unbelievable. Now, let's say that maybe it was Sandra, the lesbian, who almost went to jail, and they got a $50,000 judgment against her, took her counseling license in Colorado, and found out when she went to California that she wasn't allowed to be talking or doing counseling, and banned her and put her on a California list for life. Gee, I guess I compare to those 2 girls. Yeah, I deserve showing my weenie to everybody. You know what? There's 21,000 of you out there that have looked at me, which is astonishing to me, because, I've only hit the button 20,000 times. So anyway, what I'm saying is this is the way Mormons are trained. I have to be evil. I have to be wicked. I have to be of the devil, and I'm an apostate. But when they can't find any reason other than I read the history of their church, 2 14-year-olds rolling around in bed with a 38-year-old man, and that's a good idea, and he can just screw their brains out, and they say to me, I'm showing my weenie to every girl. Here it is. There you see it, folks. You see the cult, and you see the right side of the brains that the cult has basically trained, and you see the left side, which is blank. There's no common sense. No common sense at all. And so Brigham Young can show his weenie to 57 wives all at the same time. John Taylor, Wilford Woodruff, all at the same time. But they're prophets. Our dad, he was married and he got a divorce and he did get involved with 2 girls. Yeah, over 64 years, 2 outside of marriage. So I'm willing to admit it. Where's the missionary mom, Jeannie? Have her come on, folks. Have her do a video. And I promise you, you know me, I'll put her video right up beside mine. I will not purge her video. She can do a video and say, well, I only screwed 293 times, and the guy in the Elders Corn parking lot in the back seat of the car, he forced me. Let her come on. Let her come on. I don't see her. All I do is just see, kids throwing bananas in the air. Let's have Sandra come on and show us the tongue that she used to lick the vaginas of her clients that got her almost in jail. Let her come on and talk about me and my weenie. So anyway, the weenie discussion is now closed. And any of you that read those comments, there's my answers. And I swear, if anyone does a video and does a video response, I will put it right up next to mine. And then you, the viewing public, can go, yeah, well, I like that. Well, I don't. Okay, I see. And then you can decide for yourselves. I'm not going to try to persuade you. I don't need to. They do. They need to protect the good name of the church and their whore mothers and say their father is the bad guy. I didn't crawl on my stomach with open heart surgery to Oklahoma, Idaho, Texas, wherever these kids happen to live. You're right. I didn't. And you know what? Today, I've taken the power of the cult out of my life, and the children have no power either. They're dead. I don't think about them. I have a little bit of a feeling over here that I'm sorry that our family and our life came out this way, but you can't believe the feeling of relief that I have that these people and these Mormons are not in my life. Let them live in their own cult. Let them be adopted. Let them change their last name. As far as I'm concerned, they're dead, and it's really a good time of my life. I'm not hurt. I'm not angry. I enjoy my new family. I am involved in life, and I'm a pretty positive person these days, and I'm pretty happy. I laugh more. I smile more, and these kids can't stand it. The Mormons can't stand that I shun them.